Hello world, you're watching Exponential Tech. This is the place to be if you're into technologies that have an exponential impact on your daily life, your wallet, and the world. Exponential Tech covers AI, crypto, as well as investing. Today, I want to talk about the Apple's earnings report, which was released yesterday. I'll then discuss an article reporting on the hiring of crypto experts by the Chinese government. And then we'll take a look at the crypto markets and see what state they're in. First, to the Apple earnings report, which was released yesterday after the markets closed. Profits were reported to have increased by 32% to, wait for it guys, wait for this, 11.5 billion US dollars. That is a colossal number. That is what you call exponential profits, guys. iPhone sales only increased by 1% to 41.3 million handsets, which is rather low and is an indication of market saturation, I would imagine. This is probably because many people are delaying handset upgrades because there aren't any significant gains made in the hardware, to be fair. Though there was a low increase in handset sales, what really helped the profits were the increases in the average handset sale prices, which effectively pushed the revenues up. So this quarter, average handset prices were around $724, thanks in particular to the iPhone X, which is around $1,000 per handset. Significant contributions to Apple's profits were from the services that they provide, which is a very high margin business. Revenues from this jumped 31% higher to $9.5 billion. But guys, though these Apple services revenues are higher and are likely to increase into the future, these are highly dependent on hardware sales. It is the hardware sales that keep the user locked into the Apple ecosystem after all. And without huge leaps in hardware capabilities, Apple are likely going to be highly dependent on advances in their software to provide enhanced functionality for their handsets in future quarters. Let's move on to the second story, which is about a recruitment drive of crypto experts by the Chinese government. According to this article from CoinDesk, the department in charge of censoring the media in China are recruiting cryptographers who understand the blockchain technologies specifically. The advertisement the recruitment advertisement is shown here, but due to my lack of being able to understand Mandarin, I think it is written in, I'll have to refer to the CoinDesk article. Though it's not stated in the article, the Chinese authorities they know their ability to control content exposure to their citizens is limited in today's age and is likely to reduce as time goes on. Technologies such as VPN and blockchain projects such as Dan Larimer's Steemit social media project undermine the Great Firewall in China massively. And it's likely, I'm skeptical that the Great Firewall in China will work in the next 2 to 3 years. It's unlikely. If I were to take a guess, the Chinese authorities know this too. They are largely a pragmatic institute and think in 100-year timeframes. So, for instance, They rolled back on their poor economic policy several decades ago, and this has been one of the main reasons why China is such a major player today, and is contesting for that superpower state against America. More recently, they rolled back on their one-child policy. So the Chinese are gifted entrepreneurial people, and they are getting savvier and demanding more rights like their Western counterparts. It's only a matter of time. Let's wrap up this video and move on to the state of the crypto markets. Much of the top 10 are in red, aside from XRP and Stellar. And the reason why XRP is up, I would imagine, is because yesterday on Twitter, they released a tweet stating that President Clinton would be their keynote speaker at their event coming up. And this is really good publicity, and it shows and it demonstrates that the old guard and the key public figures are on side with Ripple Labs. So it is a PR coup, so to speak. But let's take a quick look at the market, specifically Bitcoin. Bitcoin has a nice plateau on this weekly chart. You can see the amplitude of the oscillations are starting to reduce in size. So now would be a good time to accumulate. I'm very sure, just to remind you guys from what we've spoken about in the last several last videos, the monthly chart shows that last month, it's the first day of the month, by the way, so we've got a new candlestick. We achieved a higher price relative to the last month. This alone is indicative that we are out of the bear market. So I would imagine perhaps a push down towards 7,000, a retest of 7,000 for sometime this month, perhaps during the middle of this month, and then we'll start to make newer highs going forward. But on that daily chart, it looks like the amplitudes are reducing significantly. We're in consolidation mode effectively, and I think we're getting ready for September when people are more active in investments and trades. We see that in the stock market as well, but more on that another time. Let's have a quick look at Ether. So we made highs of around 500 last week, and now we're pushing towards the lower end of 400, just as we suspected. And the reason why we suspected this, guys, if you cannot remember from the last video, is because of this tail, this head, I beg your pardon, this head signifies that higher prices were rejected close to the 500, and now we're pushing lower. The tails on this candle here on the 25th of June are around about 412. So I'd imagine we'd go as low as 412, and there is a chance we may even push lower to retest these key lows in April at around about 380. But that is unlikely. I think we're in consolidation mode now, and we'll probably test around 410, 412, and start to consolidate from there going forward. But as always, I'll keep you up to date on everything crypto, everything technology, everything to do with investing. And that's it for me, guys. If you like this episode, hit the like button and be sure to subscribe. Also, sign up for the phone alerts and the browser alerts on YouTube. This program also goes on SoundCloud in audio format, so check out the link in the description box to get to the SoundCloud page. I'm going to be dropping a lot more content that will impact your trading and investing decisions and your outlook on technology. So let me know what you thought of this episode in the comment section below. I work for you, remember, so if you want me to cover something in particular, just let me know. And for now, have a fantastic day. It's me, Chris, signing off. Bye-bye.